First cruise with a toddler on P&O Iona, plus Isle of Wight Festival at 40.
Welcome to First Look Gnomes.
Your go-to podcast for dads doing silly things. Share tips for dads. And of course, the dad jokes and the bad jokes.
But most importantly, we're here to share our first looks.
Don't forget to send in your feedback to our fish pond of feedback.
And share your thoughts, questions and own first looks with us at firstlookgnomes@outlook.com.
3 is a magic podcast. Yes, it is. It's a magic podcast. Somewhere in the ancient mystic trinity, you get 3 as a magic podcast. Episode 3.
Episode 3, Mr. Walliams.
Episode 3, season 4. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. It's pure chaos at the minute, so I am busy. But glad to be here with you, sipping some beer, having some chats, and just generally podding away, Walliams. So yeah, life is busy, but life is good. How about yourself?
Oh, good. I might touch upon it later in the podcast, but I've been on holiday. And on holiday, I bumped into the man that invented the spinning globe. It's a small world.
Very good, Walliams. So you didn't actually meet the man, the inventor of the
spinning globe.
Yeah.
No, I think
that was a lie.
I think they're long dead. I think they surely it was invented a long time ago.
What is the spinning globe?
What is it? You know what a spinning globe is? A globe, like
an actual globe. What's a spinning globe, though?
The spinning ones. You get them on like fancy study desks.
Yeah, but I just assume they all spin. Like, did someone invent the globe and then someone decided, I'll invent the spinning globe. I'll show him and his crappy globe that doesn't spin.
Well, you got the person that invented the inflatable globe.
Okay.
You know, for like pool parties and things.
Globe.
No, exactly.
So maybe, yeah. What other kinds of globes are there? Inflatable globes, spinning globes, static globes,
spinning globes,
illuminated globes,
stress globes. You got the stress globes. You know, the ones you squeeze.
Yeah.
The audience can't see my actions.
He's pumping, ladies and gentlemen.
And you get globes, as in like map globes.
Got a strong right hand.
Well, no, because that's just a map. Actually,
map. That's just a map, not a globe.
It's a flat globe. You got flat globes
for the flat boulders.
Yeah,
for the flat earthers. Yeah. Just a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Well, if there's any other globes that we've missed, ladies and gentlemen, please write in to
firstlookgnomes@outlook.com.
Let us know about your globes.
Mr. Hodgkiss.
Yes. So tell us about his holiday. Was it good, or are we going to wait for the holiday?
Well, that might be a first look, mightn't it?
Might be a first look, possibly. It's a tease, that is, ladies and gentlemen. He's teasing us. He's teasing us.
Mr. Hodgkiss. Give us a P.
P.
Give us a Einstein first bites.
Einstein first bites.
What'd you get?
Pints and First Bites!
Hey, it's Pints and First Bites time!
Hey, sponsored by Germany.
We'll have a first look at a pint or a bite. What's it going to be today? Is it going to be a pint or a bite?
I imagine it's going to be a pint.
Oh, who knows? Oh. It's a pint!
Hey! Welcome to Thirsty First. Sorry,
it's entirely random.
It's entirely random. What, you put your hand into a cupboard?
I could have quite easily picked up a pint-shaped snack, but I didn't.
You're such an idiot. Pint-shaped. You put your hand in a fridge where there's just cans of beer. Like, oh, what's that one? I want a beer. Oh, no, that's a pork pie. Don't touch the pork pie.
Today's pint is. This has been in the fridge for a while, actually. This is a Vocation Brewery can, which I believe you actually sent me.
I bought
my
you
birthday.
That. Yeah,
yes,
that was one of your birthday beers.
So you're the one to blame for. It's quite cold. I think it's over cold. Actually, I think it might have frozen. I don't know. It is a yellow can with what looks like globes at the top, potentially. Spinning globes at the top. There you go.
That's the moon, you idiot. That's a
That's the moon. There you go.
It's
a
the cycles
spinning
of the moon.
It's a spinning moon. And it's
It looks like globes.
it's a bread and butter modern ale.
Yeah, I bought it because I was like, now, what's the most horrendous sounding beer I can buy? Because I'll send that to Walliams because he'll probably like it. Bread and butter.
Bread and butter. We had something similar, didn't I? I had a beer made of bread, didn't I? Look at the website to see previous reviews.
One, wasn't it? That was an oldie one.
It was, yeah. A fresh, easy drinking, dry hop pale combining British malts of US hops for a modern take on a classic. Crisp with mild citrus notes. There are lots of citrus beers out there. So how's a bread and butter beer citrus?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe because it's gone off and it's tangy. The whole thing is ridiculous. Bread and butter, fruit and beer. No. Do you know what you need, Williams? A good old-fashioned mild. Kimberly mild.
Oh, yeah.
None of this fruity nonsense. Get me back to proper flavour and proper
They don't
beer.
have Kimberly milds anymore, do they?
You know what? They don't. You're generally quite hard to get a mild.
Yeah, please write in if you know any good places that sell good mild. And we'll be happy to visit and have a first look.
Absolutely.
Live. It smells very citrusy. It smells very citrusy. It doesn't smell like bread and butter at all.
Looking. It looks like hydrated wee wee.
Refreshing. That'd be nice as a shandy, actually. That would.
Nice as a shandy.
That's a shandy. A bit of lemonade in that on a sunny day. Yeah, quite nice actually.
The brewery?
Vocation. That's Vocation Brewery. Vocation. Vocation.
And how many? I can't remember what the scoring system was that we set up. How many fish ponds? How many fishing rods?
Gnome fingers, wasn't it?
How many gnome fingers? Well, it's something. How many somethings, Walliams? How many gnome fingers?
How many
fishing rods?
I'll give it a.
You can't combine fingers and fishing rods.
I'll give it a 7 out of something.
A 7 out of something. I like
the problem is I don't know what the top end of the scale is.
Doesn't matter. I don't think it matters. 7 out of something, and we'll just leave it to people's interpretation.
It's good. Check out the website for a comparison and league table of all the first.
I mean, Walliams. I still haven't finished the website, mate. I'm sorry.
Next season, season 5.
Well, you see what? Did I tell you about this? Did I tell you about the website?
Oh.
So, because I host a few websites and I ran out of space. So, if I'm going to host our website, I've got to pay more money to have more hosty spaces.
Or delete the paying customer.
I could delete a paying customer's website, but
there you go.
I probably won't.
Problem solved.
Yeah, I do. I was waiting to get to a point where I need a couple of websites so I can kind of, buy in bulk. Because I can't imagine there's many people really want to look on our website. If you do want to go on our website, if you are like, yes, I would check.
They don't know yet. You don't know until you get up. You can see it.
Well,
you want to search. You want to search for it, and then it comes up. And you go, and then you listen to the podcast.
Oh, I suppose I probably better do it. Hadn't I? I've been promising it for like 2 seasons now, 3 seasons.
Yeah.
I'll try and do it once. I'll try and do it by the end of the year.
We could have been famous by now, but anyway,
we could have.
Do you want to do your first look, Hodgkiss?
I can do my first look, yeah. So this week, my first look is... so we are recording this during Glastonbury Festival. Last year, I remember talking about Glastonbury Festival because, as avid listeners will know, we are festival lovers. But this year, I don't just need to talk about a festival because I went to one. We went to the Isle of Wight Festival.
Hey.
Which was on the Isle of Wight. And I've never been there before, so I thought I'd tell you all about the Isle of Wight Festival, Walliams. Give you a bit of a rundown of what we did, what we enjoyed, and how it was being a 41-year-old man at a music festival when I haven't been to one, like a proper big one, for nearly like a decade or so.
But there was
Isle of Wight Festival.
A gang of 41-year-olds, wasn't there?
There was. So this was
a gang. What do you call? Was it a cuddle of 41-year-olds? A flock? A pride of?
A group of knobs. Just a big group of knobheads. But yeah, there was 40 of us on this. It was a friend of ours, stag do. Said person
40 40s, gosh.
40 40s, yeah. And so first thing I'll note about being in your 40s and going to a music festival, and on a stag do in particular, because this was, I don't know, maybe.
Was it your first festival as a 40-plus-year-old?
It was, yes.
Was it? There you go.
So we go to a festival in Northern Ireland every year called the Dáil Fest, but that's very family friendly. So like we've taken Braden, and it's like scouting for girls, and there's ice cream trucks, and it's very meek and mild. Isle of Wight is like one of the big ones. It's like there's all sorts going on till the early hours of the morning, and substance abuse and alcohol and tents and all sorts going on. So it's there was still a lot of kids there, I must admit. There was still a lot of people with kids, and like there was definitely part of me I was like, why would you bring young children to a place like this? Like, it didn't strike me as a place I'd want to take a child.
No, you wouldn't take Brayden.
I've got to be honest. No, I wouldn't. No, not until he's a lot older.
Yeah.
No, I don't think. I personally, it's subjective, I know.
Yeah.
But I'm like, there are festivals which is perfectly acceptable to take kids, and there's festivals like this which are adult festivals where the bands are effing and jeffing. But I mean, there is, so as an example, they were selling bucket hats, and at one point we were stood watching one of the bands, and there's two kids who can only be, I reckon, 9 and 10,
right?
And they had two bucket hats on. One of the bucket hats was covered in the word and the other one was covered in the word the C word.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I probably sound very snobby there, but I'm like, I'm all for buying your kids hats and stuff, but like, with Minecraft on, not with not with those kind of words on. Like, why is it funny? But anyway, so there was lots of kids there, but I didn't think it was a kid festival. I think it was very much, there was groups like us there, 40-year-old lads who were just annihilating a poor man who's getting married.
But was it a 40-year-old festival, or was it a?
Oh, yeah. It was a 40-year-old festival. So the acts who were playing were very much geared towards our age group. Yeah. So there was no kind of like, there wasn't like Charlie XCX and Wet Leg and all the cool young kid bands.
Wet Leg.
It was like, it's Sting and Justin Timberlake and the Stereophonics and Busted.
Nice.
And, bands that we would have enjoyed when we were kind of like 15, 20. So it was definitely catered to, I think we were the average age. There were some younger people, there was definitely some older people. There was like saw a lot of people probably in their like late 50s, early 60s, maybe even up to the 70s. So there was definitely kind of older people there. But it was a brilliant place, like a really impressive big site. Like we've been to a few, it wasn't as big as Glastonbury, but it was still sizable. And the Isle of Wight's lovely. So we got to get the hovercraft across, which was cool. And we stayed in like an Airbnb.
And that's from...
So that was from Portsmouth. So I flew into Southampton and then went across to Portsmouth, then travelled down from Portsmouth on the ferry over to the Isle of Wight. And then we're about 3 miles away from where the hovercraft dropped us off, and then I don't know, about a 20-minute bus ride to the actual site. So it was pretty good. So it was cool. So there was 8 of us in our house. There was like different, because there was so many of us, we didn't just have one place. There was lots of us dotted around the place. And we had a nice house with a garden, and Morgs, who we know in previous episodes as Mr. Barbecue Manly Man. He brought a cricket bat, and we were just...
You didn't go camping then? I thought you were camping then.
No, we're too old and smelly for that. I don't think I'd want to. I tell you this, actually, there was definitely parts coming home of an evening. So like once you've been on your feet all day, you're walking like 15,000 steps, and you think, I just want to go home now. It's 2:00 in the morning, ready for bed. And I'm old, like I'm an old man. I'm like, bye midnight. I'm ready for my bed now. I want to get tucked up.
Even as a younger man, you would disappear, and where's he gone? No, he's sleeping on a cliff edge.
100%. I did fall asleep in a portaloo on the Sundown day 3. I went for a wee sit down, and then woke up about 15 minutes later thinking, I've fallen asleep there. I'm in a portaloo, and I've just had a nap.
Can you imagine the person waiting in the queue?
No, it did though. Genuinely, it's one of those ones where I think I sat down and just closed my eyes and then just fell asleep because we didn't have much sleep. Like every night, we only get like 4 or 5 hours sleep. By the time we got back to the house, and then everyone's getting up in the morning and stuff, there wasn't much sleep. But we did but it was fun. And we did cold water swimming in the mornings, which I'd never done before. So our house was overlooking the sea, so we all went in this every morning. We went in the sea, which was fun. Yeah, the whole experience was really cool. The festival was brilliant. Some of the acts were brilliant. Like we saw, so Busted were great. They were like, just fun. And Justin Timberlake impressed me. He was good. We saw lots of acts, and it was fun. It's funny because the group we were with, there were some people who like loved Busted because yeah, this is simple. And there's people like, this is shit. I want something cool. And I was like, it was such a mix. But I think everyone had a good time. The stag had a really good time. He took everything like an absolute champ, to be honest. Like, people threw a lot at him, and he was still
40,
the last man
that's
standing.
a big stag, isn't it? 40.
It was. He's a popular boy, though, isn't he?
Well,
he's got a lot of. He's got his home mates, his uni mates, his London mates, his work mates. He's a popular boy, and but he took everything very well. And it was one of those things that I was glad to go home, but I'm also like glad I went and I'd go again. So I think that's a good sign when you think, I'd go there again. I'll go and do that weekend all over again. Getting beer wasn't that hard.
Reasonable for a festival price?
Reasonable and good beer as well. It was all Brewdog stuff, so it was decent beer. And the food stalls were good. So even with my kidney stones and gallstones, I didn't find it too difficult to find food. And, it was really good. It was fantastic. But, even though there was parts where I was like, this is like getting home, like, was just tiresome, and having to organise taxis and stuff was hard, but it was well worth it. The highs are still worth it. So I would recommend any kind of dads or moms who are like, what, should we go to a festival a bit old? Do we want to go? There's still great fun. And there's loads to do, loads of variety. A couple of times we just kind of disappeared, and we watched like a Foo Fighters tribute band, and we went in a tent they were playing kind of like just cheesy music, and it was just, you can, loud music, beer and good friends, you can't really have a bad time. The amount of steps and walking, I'm like, next time I go to a festival, I'm going to go into training for 6 months beforehand. But yeah, it was good. However, what I wouldn't recommend, which is going to bring me on to tips for dads.
Tips for dads. Tips for dads.
One thing that
Get your tips out for the dads.
One thing that I wouldn't recommend, Walliams.
Be careful what hats you buy your kids.
Well, be careful. That is a tip. Yeah, if you're considering buying your your kid a hat with the word on it, think twice, because kids don't need that.
Just get a souvenir one that says Isle of Wight Festival on it or something.
Yeah, just a nice one, yeah.
Which probably costs a fortune, but
some of the merch was quite expensive. On the Sunday night, our taxi back wasn't until 2 a.m. But Justin Timberlake finished at 11. Then I went and watched James for a bit. They finished at 5 to 12, and then it was 2 hours still to the taxi and about a 1.5 mile walk. And it was starting to rain, and I was cold, and I was like, should I buy a hoodie from the merch stand? I was like, 50 quid. I was like, nah. So what I ended up doing, Walliams, which was genius, I got the piss taken out of me. But at this
I couldn't imagine that on a stag do.
No. But like at this point, there was all the wheelie bins, and there was all the cleanup operation had started.
Right.
So this is like all the fireworks had gone off. The festival.
Did you end up in a wheelie bin?
No. There was a massive roll of wheelie bin liners, bright green wheelie bin liners, and I was like, that'll keep the rain off me. So I took one off, ripped a hole in the top, and wore it like a poncho. And I'm not kidding, it was genius because it was big, so it fit me, and it was warm inside. And I walked to that bus, smug as anything, in my bin bag. And everyone was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "It's cold." Like, it's not that cold. I was like, "It is." I'm wearing my bin bag. And
I'm dry.
So I wore my bin bag. I mean, I could probably talk for an hour on some of the stuff that happened.
You basically sound like a homeless drunk. You fell asleep in a toilet, and then you walked home in a bin bag.
Pretty much after watching Justin Timberlake, as you do. So yeah, it was good fun. But getting there, Walliams. So this is another first look, and it leads me to my tips for dads. Nearly died, Walliams. Nearly died. And my first experience, because I'm not the greatest flyer. No. This was to do with the aeroplane. So I'm not the greatest flyer. I don't mind flying. I used to hate flying. I used to avoid flying at all costs. I've kind of come to terms with, we're all going to die at some point. If you die in a plane crash, at least it's fairly quick. Cheery. But on this one, I thought, oh, crap. Ugh. So I had my first experience of one of those landings when they decide, actually, we're not going to land the plane. We may be about to touch down the runway, but we'll just go back up again. Abort. I had my first experience of that, and that is not a nice experience.
Was it the wind or?
It was the heat. So we're having a bit of
the
a
heat,
heat
right.
wave.
Yeah.
So apparently, like, the heat was coming up, and like we were coming into. So it was one of the propeller planes, the small propeller planes, and we were coming into land, and the plane was moving around like you wouldn't believe. I was like, "What is going on?" I was like, "Just get us down, please. Pray to God." I was like, "God, please just get us down."
Did you have a window seat or you?
No, I was in the aisle. I was sat next to this poor woman. And this will bring me to my tips for dads. But we're coming down and the plane is moving all over the show. And I was like, this is not going to be a fun landing. We get just down above the runway and then you feel it. You're like, okay, you know, you're preparing to touch down. Like, okay, cool, you can see it. Like, oh, we're going to touch down. Why aren't we touching down? And you start going up again. And I shit myself. I'm like, you can see the airport. You're above the runway. You're like, what's going on? And you just take off again.
No.
And go up and like, obviously put the thrusters up like, oh, okay. And everyone starts to be like, oh, you know, just chattering in the cockpit. And I'm like, okay.
But nervous laughter, probably.
Yeah, absolute nervous laughter. Yeah. And then they come on the tannoy and said, we're sorry about that. We're going to go back up and come back around again due to the heat. And I'm like, flip. So, we survived. We got down eventually. But it brings me to my tips for dads, Walliams. Tips for dads, if you think you're about to die in a plane crash.
Don't grab the woman next to you.
Well, that's one of them. So I've got a few. So... Obviously, I use humour a lot of the time to mask my true feelings. So, my first tip for dads: if you're about to die in a plane crash and you sat next to a stranger, don't make a wisecrack to the person sat next to you who is panicking even more than you, because they might need to see the funny side. So I was a little bit nervous. Obviously, the woman next to me was absolutely petrified.
What did you say?
Like, she was shaking like a shitting dog. She was so nervous, and I was going to say. My first instinct was to kind of say to her, look, on the plus side, you can keep watching your TV show. Like, you know, just try and lighten the situation. Yeah. And I thought, no, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think she'll thank you for it. I also then, so second tip for dad, which I didn't do, but I wanted to. Like, I was going to take a hand and hold a hand and say, it's okay. And I thought, you can't do that these days, Walliams. You can't grab a stranger's hand.
No. Was that for you or for her?
No, it was definitely like there was definitely
hold me.
No, normally because if I'm with Leslie Ann, I'll obviously hold her hand as we're coming down. You know,
but she's right.
It comforts me. Yeah, it comforts me. But this one, I was bad. I was pretty nervous, but the woman next to me was genuinely terrified. And like your instinct is to kind of like take them by the hand and just be like, it's okay. Look, it's perfectly safe. And you kind of your dad mode, or you just kind of okay, right. I'm more composed than this person next to me, so I need to be the adult in this situation. But I was like, you cannot just grab a person's hand these days, Walliams.
No, you can't.
Even if it's done in a friendly way. So, as much as you may want to, do not grab that person's hand. And don't make a joke about it. So, one thing I would advise we do, another tip for dad, which somebody clearly didn't do, was hold your fart in, Walliams. Hold your fart in. I managed to, but somebody on the plane didn't.
Okay, right.
And
I presumed
it wasn't pleasant, Walliams. It wasn't pleasant. It was definitely like, are we going to die? What's that smell? But yeah, so we all suffered for that one for a bit. And then finally, do remember, even though it's quite scary, you got to be pragmatic and realise like it's 1 in 11 million. The pilots know what they're doing. You're probably going to be okay. I think there's been so much news so much news recently about planes and stuff, and I think it's just like, of course, as soon as we got left, everyone was like, "Who was in seat 11A? Who was in seat 11A?" You're like, well, we all survived, so you know, we didn't actually crash. We just had an aborted landing, but it wasn't not the most fun experience. Well, I was not going to lie.
But yeah, the pilot obviously knew what they were doing. They could have carried on and not aborted the landing. Oh yeah, I can do this, and then obviously there was something affecting it. I still don't quite understand it. It's the heat that.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure really.
Because the air turbulence, because the heat coming off, so it probably affected the turbulence.
I'm not sure.
Science, people.
It wasn't when we did come down and land. It wasn't nice, and there was it was one of those ones where everyone cheered and it was one of those. So, but yeah, so those are my tips for dads. If you are in that situation, don't grab the person's hand. Don't make a wisecrack. Do hold your farts in, and do remember you're going to be okay.
So hold your farts. Don't hold the hand next to you.
Yeah.
A random stranger.
Unless if she grabs your hand, that's okay.
Right.
Unless it's not okay. I don't know what is okay these days, Walliams.
A follow-up from the previous podcast, which I always like doing because you forget. Just another one of little Logan's new animal terms.
Oh, yeah.
So one of his toys he referred to it. So just as a reminder, in the last episode, I told you about the Nunite bears.
The koalas,
which are,
yes.
the rah-rahs.
The lions.
The red bears.
The red pandas, yes.
The splash rah-rahs.
Sea lions. I remember I got that one wrong last time. I thought they were hippos.
And so a new one, and my tip is just to embrace these different terms. You use these different names for animals. But yellow up-ups.
Giraffes.
Yes.
Got yellow up-ups. That's
yellow
cute.
Up-ups.
It's a whole different language, isn't it, kids?
It is, but I think they're better names, to be honest.
A yellow up-up, yeah. God, can we go to the yellow up-ups?
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Kids are genius, Wells. Kids are genius.
First looks. My first look. So, Mr. Hodgkiss, on my...
Hang on. Let me guess what... his first look. It's going to be... Did you go on holiday?
I did go on holiday. I met someone that invented the spinning globe.
Good callback, Walliams. Good callback.
Yeah, that's a small one.
You're a pro.
No, I had a first look. So I don't want to paint a picture. I know the last podcast, podcast before, I spoke about centre parks.
Ooh, someone's doing well for themselves.
Well, this time I had a first look at a cruise.
Oh my days, Walliams. So, hang on. Are you making loads of profit from this podcast and you're just not telling me about it? I'm falling asleep in toilets and wearing bin bags. You're going to centre parks and going on cruises?
Yeah, so we went on our first cruise as a little family.
Oh, dear hell.
So we went on it's a P&O cruise with the Iona. So we booked it ages ago. We wanted to take Logan with us. We wanted it to be a special. It's basically our honeymoon, but a long time away since our wedding. But we wanted to have a special trip, and a lot of cruises are all sort of, they can be quite fancy, and they used to be very much like just your older people, although we are older people now. No, the P&O Iona, it was perfect level for us and a 2-year-old. Went on a cruise to the Norwegian fjords.
Amazing.
And so we stayed in Southampton the night before, and then these ships, they're massive. So the Iona is the 12th biggest in the world.
Ms. Iona is one of the largest cruise ships ever built for the UK. She's eco-friendly, powered by liquefied natural gas for cleaner sailing. Built in Germany and launched in 2020, the ship boasts a stunning sky dome, a glass-covered pool by day, entertainment venue by night. Named after the peaceful Scottish island of Iona, she regularly cruises the Norwegian fjords. With 30-plus bars and restaurants, this ship is basically a floating resort.
It's nuts that there's bigger ships than that one.
Yeah.
It's huge. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, just
a big old ship.
Think something massive, and then and Logan, because we said we're going on a boat, and it's a ship. We said we're going on a boat, and then we're on it, and then we're saying, "Oh, we're on the boat," and it's like, no, it's a big hotel.
Yellow up-ups, big hotel.
Which it is. It is basically a big hotel that floats. But ate too much. So you can go to these like sort of posh restaurants, but also you've just got your big sort of buffet style thing, all you can eat type stuff.
Nice.
I was trying not to have a fry up. Apologies for your gallbladder, but I was trying not to have like a fry up every day. But every day I had fried toast.
You're on your honeymoon. You've got to be having a fry up every day.
Yeah,
Wells.
I ate way too much, but and also we also picked the cruise because we didn't want too much hassle with flying a million miles away, driving to the airport, waiting at the airport, then flying to somewhere, especially with Logan. You've got to keep him occupied.
Oh, simple is better, yeah.
And Southampton. So that was the main. So we broke up the drive to Southampton, stopped off a couple of places, but all in all, only sort of a 4-hour sort of trip. Stayed at a hotel, and then the getting on board. It's so smooth, so quick. Obviously, once you're on your holiday. You're not. That you've reached your destination. It's not like wait for an airport, wait for a flight. Blah, blah.
Yeah.
Smoothest, speedy check-in, whatever you want to call it, I've ever done. We sort of parked the car up, and we had basically someone jumped in. I felt like we got mugged actually. So within about 10 minutes. We got out of the car, someone else jumped in, drove the car off. We walked about 10 metres, and you've got your tags on that says what boat you're on, and then someone just grabs your bag, chucks them down this conveyor belt, chucked it on one of those, off you pop. And so, what just happened there? Someone just taken our car, grabbed our luggage. We managed to skip the queues a fair bit because we had a pram with Logan, and they were like really good. They're like just go for here and da.
Nice.
And so it was all really smooth. The only bit which was unlucky for us was so our bags are left outside our cabin. Great, but we were missing one bag, so we still didn't have the bag of all sort of Logan stuff in and toiletries and things. It's okay. It'll be. As we spoke to reception, they'll be there eventually. And then Georgie went sort of the wife went back again. So we still haven't got the bag yet.
She's starting to panic now. She's like,
we want to go into relax mode. We still haven't got the bag yet. And they're like, that's all right. And he said, when should I panic? He said, it should be within the next half hour because the last bags are coming through. So we went back an hour later. They were like, panicking now. And so have you checked because there's a pile of just bags they put where they couldn't locate the room where the tag fell off or whatever, and we looked through that collection. No, bag's not there.
Oh no.
And they were just about to go into panic mode, and this lady walks down with this bag. So we got it in the end. So
where had it been?
Well, they said probably because it had sort of Logan's light and sort of things like that, electronics. So they think probably went through security and was like, "Oh, what's all this?
Yeah,
is it a bomb or whatever?"
Spy gear or something.
Yeah, or spy gear. Bomb, spy gear. Yeah. Logan he stopped napping a while ago, but then he started napping again on holiday, which was great.
Okay, that's
so we managed to have quite a few. So just fall asleep in his pram, and we have a glass of champagne or whatever,
lovely. Wow, that sounds amazing.
But the second day was we just started to get into on holiday. They went for a swim. George and I went for a swim, and then on the back of Logan's leg was a tick.
No.
Yeah, a tick. So buried into the back of Logan's knee. I was like, where on earth did he get that from?
Quick disclaimer here when we mentioned our toddler found a tick behind their knee while we were on the Iona cruise ship, we just want to be super clear. That doesn't mean it came from the ship itself. The day before we boarded, we'd been walking around a national trust park, and we also stayed in a hotel overnight, so realistically, the tick could have come from any of those places. They were absolutely brilliant about it. Once we mentioned it, they arranged an extra thorough clean of our cabin straight away, just to be safe.
So we're a bit panicky. We could try to get out ourselves, but then if we squish it, and then it's dangerous if the head basically pops, and you can get all sorts of scary stuff. So we had a visit to the deck 3 where the cruise doctors were. And lovely nurse from Northern Ireland.
Oh, very good. So
And she was lovely. She had bubbles and stuff for Logan, and she had a look and sort of took it out in, an easy
pair of tweezers.
pair of tweezers, yeah. Just popped it out. And then
Did
she grabbed
Logan
the
even
doctor.
realise?
No. He learned the word tick on holiday.
You don't want a kid running going tick, 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 tick.
The doctor came in to have a little look to check there's no sort of infection or whatever. And I said to Georgie, I said, he was a good-looking chap, this doctor. He was a good-looking chap. I was a bit worried. I was like, I'm not going to stay
Dr. Dreamy?
Yeah, it was Dr. Dreamy.
Did Georgie start doing this like...
Yeah, just flicking her hair.
Oh, sorry, I just need to...
I think I've got a tick as well. I'm like, no.
Oh, yes. Oh, would you look at this? Oh, I've just dropped something. I just need to pick it up slowly, doctor.
Yeah, so we quickly left there, £50 later, whatever it was.
Walliams, you got nothing to worry about. That woman loves you.
But, yeah, so then after that was done, and they said they'll keep an eye on it because, if it starts flaring up, whatever, then the bit of whatever got into the blood. But, yeah, so we went to various different places in the fjords.
Is it just stunning?
Yeah, beautiful. Had all sorts of weather. We thought, being somewhere, thought it'd be fairly all right. But one day, we went up, had a sky lift, and up, to the, as Logan says, into the mountains. So we ended up having to buy like a bubble hat. So this is June, so we had to buy a bubble hat and had to wear a coat and jumper and stuff. And but then the next day it was super sunny, so we were like shorts and t-shirt. So we had all the weather under the sun. Also on the third day, so first day was bag, second day was tick, third day walking through a place called Stavanger. And then a bunch of seagulls flew over Georgie, and you can probably predict what happened.
No, that's good luck, though. Good luck.
Yeah, so Georgie was very lucky.
She married you, of course she is.
Yeah, but all of her favourite tops, but ended up getting it cleaned pretty good. And it was towards the end of our walk around the town, so we just went back to the boat.
Did she have to go and see the doctor, though?
She had to go see the doctor just in case she got infected by the seagull. Yeah.
Oh, I better go and see the Walliams. I better go and see the doctor. I might be a day or two. Doctor, doctor.
So we had some great days. Went to different places. Had our sea days as well, which you need to basically eat, and there's loads of performance things going on. We managed to go to some shows as well, which we haven't been to a show, Logan, yet because he's so young that you don't really want to spend a fortune on going to a show and then.
Of course.
But with this, we went like, if he's not enjoying it or playing up a bit, we can just go because it doesn't cost us anything. But yeah, really enjoyed it.
All the movement and stuff, they love it.
And really enjoyed it.
Did you have some nice beers?
Yeah, that's nice beers. Didn't have too many though. Didn't really.
Any new ones?
The holiday was the cruise as opposed to going to Norway.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel like I've been to Norway. I felt like I've been on a cruise.
Yeah.
Because you're on the cruise and then you get off and then you're in these lovely little Norwegian towns, but 5,000 British people have just got off as well.
Okay.
So you're just hearing all these different like Liverpudlian accents, Geordie accents. Yeah, you're just hearing all these different accents from Britain in a little Norwegian town. So it's a bit surreal. But one place which was in Garanga, we thought we've been on a big so Logan progressed from calling it a big hotel to a big which is a big boat, a ship, and that was the honking of the ship, and Garanga, because it's weird because it's like you're in a very big room because you have like a big wall behind you and then to the left and right and then you've got the fjord. And it's just, I don't know, it's just surreal because just these huge walls surrounding you. I don't know how to describe it, but
just incredible landscape.
Really, really good. You ate too much. Had our first. So there's a gelato place, but we ended up I don't know how we did it. I don't know if we ordered wrong or not. But it was an afternoon tea, but it was an ice cream afternoon tea.
Okay.
So, you basically each have a coffee. Lovely. And then with that coffee, you have so on the top layer is basically like a magnum, but you have two magnums each.
Okay.
And then you've got 2 upside down cones of ice cream each. And then 2 ice cream macaroons.
Oh my days.
And 2 I don't know how to describe them, but that kind of Twix bar ice cream things, round things, each. So all this was each.
No. And did you eat it all?
No, I couldn't. I almost did. I think I left like one item.
Snowflake's Gelato Afternoon Tea, a twist on the traditional afternoon tea. We serve a selection of bite-sized gelato treats, including mini gelato macarons, gelato cannoli, gelato cookie, praline and white chocolate dome, gelato sticks, and mini gelato cones. Served with your choice of Costa coffee.
But yeah, because usually you just, if you have a magnum, you'd have like one
That's
magnum
enough,
each, wouldn't you? Yeah, you wouldn't have 2 magnums, 2 ice creams, 2.
No,
magnums,
you don't need 3,000 calories worth of ice cream.
Yeah, at least.
But you're on holiday, so like it's one of those treat things, isn't it?
But we're on holiday.
When are you ever going to do that again?
Exactly.
The afternoon tea is large enough to share between 2 or even 3 people.
Exactly, but
it sounds like it was a beautiful trip, and I mean,
beautiful.
There is no family who deserves a lovely vacation than you 3. I'm so glad you got to go and enjoy it, and actually have
it's
some
a good
time
time.
together.
Logan enjoyed it, so and he learned a lot as well. So definitely do something like again.
But it takes the pressure off you and Georgie as well. Like when the kid's happy and the kid's safe and there's things to do with a kid, you can enjoy yourself because you're like, okay, we like going to see a show with Logan. That's awesome. That's such a big milestone because you're like, we'll enjoy the show. Logan's enjoying the show. We haven't got to kind of mom and dad him the whole time because he can sit there and watch it now because he's getting a bit bigger. It's like, this is nice. So you'd go again? Would you recommend it?
Oh, so we went to Stavanger, lovely place. Get back on the boat, go for a meal. So we took to posh restaurants as well. So we went to a posh restaurant. It's like, because there's posh restaurants included. Yeah. There's ones you pay extra for. There's posh restaurants that are included in your price. So again, we thought, well, we've not taken him to a posh restaurant yet. Give it a go. He was a superstar.
Might as well do it.
And they were really good of him. They did the whole, how they sort of when they grab the cloth and they sort of put it over your knees. They did that for Logan.
Oh yeah.
They put a little blanket over his legs and things. Yeah, he was really good, and it was like a posh meal, and it was nice going out for a posh meal like with him, and he was really good about it. But definitely do it again because went to sort of Stavanger, and then you go back, have the posh meal, go to bed, wake up in the morning, you're at somewhere else, and then you just get off the boat, and
that's amazing.
Because you haven't got to travel. Some places you stay somewhere, and then you have to drive to that place, and then drive to that place. Whereas this, you're just you're on holiday 24/7.
And did you see any nice? Did you see anything like the
no, because it'd be in June, so we had basically 20 hours of sunshine. Because when you go that far north,
really
it's just so much sunshine each day.
Of course, yeah.
So you didn't really see any, which was nice because you constantly got a nice view. But I didn't realise how. So most of the holiday as well was the North Sea. So obviously you have to go for the North Sea to get to Norway. How busy it is with like oil rigs and wind farms and it's that's a bit nuts. But they got back and super speedy getting off. Just really simple. Just go for a bit of the rigmarole of checking out, but super simple. Definitely recommend cruising to flying if you can.
How many somethings out of somethings would you give it then, Miles? Cruising with
10
the fam?
somethings. 10 somethings.
10
yeah,
somethings.
I would. I'm a converted cruiser. I never thought I'd cruise, but I'm now a converted cruiser.
Amazing. It's the convenience for the kids, isn't it? It's just like, you know what? We're getting to the age now where I don't want to travel for 18 hours to get somewhere. Like, I can.
Took
the holiday
all
can be
the
the
faff
travelling.
out. And they're not cooking and not just.
And isn't it?
And pick what you want as well. Just
fry ups every day, mate. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, a week was enough. I think if I did 2 weeks,
Isn't it funny, right? Both of us.
No,
you wouldn't be able to get out the boat, would you? He was like, I've had 76 Magnums. I've eaten nothing but red meat and pork.
Yeah.
For breakfast every day.
I had sausages every morning.
I've never been to Southampton. You love a sausage
in
the morning,
don't
you? Yeah. Have you ever been to Southampton before?
No, my first time.
Me neither, and yet both of our first looks originate from Southampton today. So
Southampton, it's it's not the place to go to. It's the place to go somewhere else.
Yeah, go there to bugger off. Yeah. Southampton, welcome and then go away. Southampton's tagline, like every city has the kind of the brand of the city. Southampton. Fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah, the welcome sign is see you later.
Yeah, goodbye. Funny. I'm glad you had a good time, Miles. That's lovely.
Very good. Right.
And where are you going to go then? So, on your next cruise, you've just won the lottery, Walliams.
Just won the lottery. Around the world cruise.
And you go, just around the world
cruise.
Around the world
cruise. I don't know. No, because I was talking about that with Georgia the other day. At what point do you go from... Because a week, 2 weeks, and then over 2 weeks, like, I can't eat another fry up. I can't keep drinking. I can't, you end up going to a bit more normality, don't you? Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. I've never been on holiday more than 2 weeks. So...
Well, that's true. You don't know what you don't know, do you?
No.
Maybe you love it.
So, but yeah, around the world cruise.
Maybe that's why on these cruises, right? I always wonder, like, you go for breakfast in the morning, sausages, bacon, eggs, but then you always see things like porridge and fruit, and you're like, who's eating that on one of these holidays?
Logan had his fruit. He's a much healthier eater than I am. He was really good.
Our kids eat better.
I wasn't setting an example at all.
Oh no, Daddy's eating more sausage. Yeah, that's fine. But I always wonder, like, who's that really for? And then maybe it's the people who've been on the boat for 8 weeks. Yeah, because they're just like, at that point, they're like, yeah, I can't eat any more sausage.
Well, people
got to
say
eat some fruit.
Fit as well. So on the top deck, they had a running track, so a 1 mile running track.
Wow.
People go jogging on the cruise.
Did you partake?
No, I didn't. Well, I walked it. I did walk it with Logan for a little bit.
Did you walk the? You walked the mile?
Yeah. Well, half of it maybe.
Well, you're on holiday. You don't want to stress yourself out, do you?
Yeah, but the thing of the cruise, because you said about destinations, but we just did a cruise. We didn't do a flying cruise, so it wasn't like flying somewhere and then having a cruise in the Caribbean or something. It was the joy of it was literally going to Southampton and then cruising from there.
So maybe you just go to another one, like the Med or something.
Well,
from Southampton?
Something like the Med or. Just a different. It could be the same destination, but a different cruise ship. So it could be like a Disney cruise.
Yeah, they leave from Southampton, don't they?
Well, they change around, but they have done this summer. I don't know if they are next summer. But yeah, something like that might be good. I mean, adults do go on their own, but it'd be good to go with a toddler or a kid.
Would you, if you want to go on a Disney cruise, Wells? We would like to go on a Disney cruise. Shall we go on a Disney cruise together?
Ooh, would be nice.
Because I would love to take Leslie Ann and Brain on a Disney cruise.
Let's do it.
Because
start saving. Start saving now. They're not.
Let's do it, Wells. Let's do it.
They're not cheap. But if we're talking,
Disney are listening, can we get Disney to sponsor the podcast?
Well, yeah.
If we just say Mickey Mouse,
Mickey Mouse. I know that's free. Yeah, but
would they sponsor the podcast? Do you reckon? Give us if we do a whole
we'll do a first look
dedicated
of
to a
their
Disney
cruise.
If they send us tickets for a week,
people do stuff like that. I saw who was it? There was what's her name? Can't remember, but she's a radio DJ. Emma something, I think, and she went. It could be actually, yeah. But she was basically on a Disney cruise for a week, but obviously doing her Instagram stuff about the Disney cruise, tagging them in, blah blah blah. But she obviously got paid to do that trip.
Oh, of course.
Well,
do you our friend Giovanni?
Why can't we do that? Why can't we do that?
Oh no, we I mean the difference is, Williams, they got 5 million listeners and we've only got 560,000 hardcore downloads every single episode. We're pushing for that 600,000.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, that's what. But if we were talking make believe loads of money, they do a. The problem is it's one way, but at the end of a season from Southampton, they then do like a one-way trip across the Atlantic to Florida.
Oh.
So you could do a Disney cruise to Florida and then go to Disney.
The theme park.
But you might be Disneyed out by that point.
No,
because it's a 2-week cruise to get across, you don't need to fly because you said you don't like flights. So
yeah, across. I don't like flying, but I'm also like I don't like not going places. So it's like, what are you going to do? You just have to accept that. You could get run over in the street, Walliams. You shouldn't wimp out from not doing stuff because of flying. But it is
an expensive way to get there. But
it'd be an awesome way to
for so the wife, she has quite the history of seasickness.
Does she?
So we're a bit, and I was suspicious that this trip could be an absolute nightmare if she's seasick every day. There's no going back once you're off. Am I going to be sharing a cabin looking after a toddler with a seasick wife? Is Logan going to be seasick? Are they both going to be seasick?
Yeah,
that could be fun. So I was like, but yeah, the ships are so big.
You can't fit a move, can you?
Nah.
You don't even realise they're moving. So I've never been on one,
we did a bit when you go higher up on the deck. So one of the restaurants is on deck 14 or whatever it was. You feel it a bit more there because obviously the higher up you are, the science.
Science with Walliams.
We were deck 8 and we were in midship, you don't feel it. Don't worry. Just spend a fortune on a big boat. Don't go anything lower than, what did I say it was? I think it's the 14th biggest, 12th biggest. 12th biggest ship. So I can, 12th biggest or higher, you should be fine. 10
out of 10 somethings. Great first look, Walliams. First look.
No, I'm a cruiser and a centre parker now. So.
Yeah, bloody, he's changed. You're a changed man. Changed man. So what's this announcement you've got then?
The announcement is I'm going to go into a little career change. I'm going to go into stand-up comedy.
Oh.
Yeah. So I told my family that I was going to go into stand-up comedy, and all they did was laugh.
Walliams.
Sorry, that was a dad joke.
Bloody hell, Walliams. I was genuinely like, I'm going to change my career. I thought it was a genuine announcement, you pillock.
No, it was a dad joke.
I thought there was something serious going on. I thought, okay, he's finally decided he doesn't want to do his job anymore. He's going to change his career. He's going to go into audio production. He's going to actually set up his own production company and do podcasts.
Were you getting ready to have a little quiet word?
I was thinking we need to go to the pub and have a chat about this.
I don't think you should go into stand-up comedy, Walliams. I'm being serious now.
Well, when he said stand-up comedy, I thought, maybe it's stand-up comedies where intellectuals go and the thinking men and women go into stand-up comedy. I thought I could see Walliams doing stand-up comedy. You are funny. But yeah, it was a bloody joke, Walliams.
More of a sit
so there's
down
no serious announcement.
No, that's just no.
It was just a joke. It was just a joke all along.
No, it was just see you all in 2 weeks, I guess.
Well, we'll see you all in 2 weeks, I guess.
Yes.
If you're here still, if you're not on some bloody fancy holiday or doing stand-up somewhere.
Well, yeah, what next?
You could be. Maybe you're doing stand-up for Disney on a Disney cruise.
I could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every night the same.
We have Dan Walliams.
Every night the same jokes.
I'd pay to see Wells. Anyway, that was a lovely podcast.
Lovely. See you next week.
2 weeks, everybody.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Next
episode.
2 weeks.
Bye,
everyone.
Bye, everyone.
I'll invent the spinning globe. I'll show him and his crappy globe that doesn't spin.
If you enjoyed the show, please follow, rate and review us on your favourite podcast app. It really helps more people find us. Got a first look you want us to try? Email firstlookgnomes@outlook.com or send it our way on Instagram @firstlookgnomes or drop us a voice note. We'd love to hear from you.